What's up, everyone? We're gonna be watching a recap of the stream rewards because y'all are on some demon time. If you think I'm gonna really sit there, yo, what is this outfit? Diabolical. If you think I'm really gonna sit there and just watch the holy thing, howdy, what's up, dope sauce? Anywho.
Breakout Streamer of the Year went to Adapt. But Rakai should have won Breakout Streamer of the Year and DDG. I don't care what y'all say.
Congrats on your new documentary with 50 Cent. That was you, right?
Shout out Cutie for hosting the event. India Love for ruining the event.
The Streamer Awards just happened, of course.
Dang. They was already on that. They were sheesh.
People couldn't let the event go off perfectly. Some people had to try and gain some spotlight or gain some attention and ruin it in ways that I cannot describe. All the way from India Love going up on stage for no real reason and disrupting Valkyrie from talking, to Fan making some jokes that had people very uncomfortable, probably even Kaisen that, because she compared him to the likes of Diddy. But I want to go over some of the weird and crazy things that happened during the Stream Awards. But in order to do that, we have to start from the very beginning. Well, who even are these?
Y'all think Kai rocking the short hair, or y'all think the dreads look better on him? Which one y'all think? I think a lot of people just know him for the dreads, but I don't see what's wrong with the short hair. I think people are just kind of just used to the dreads. So,
people, what is this event and how do we get here in the first place?
Hassan is here. Is that a vibration remote in your pocket, or are you just excited to be here?
I'll put it on you later.
Okay. You know what's the main problem is the delivery, right? Like, cause they're trying. She's like, it's more so like they're trying to say things, but they're trying to not be so aggressive sometimes, and then sometimes it's too aggressive. But it's like the delivery, right? So like, let's see, like, if it's like Hazan, for example, like, cause it's supposed to be a reference to the dog, right? So I think phrasing is really what matters. It's just like, hey yo, I ain't really funny, but let me see. What's a good way? Because I think they're referring to the dog collar thing. It's just like, it's a shocker to see you. Oh wait, no, I think that was just your dog lying down on the ground or something like that. That's diabolical. That's from the diabolical. That's really diabolical. That is so diabolical. That's such a diabolical statement. But anywho, but yeah, I think it's just more so. It's just like what the responses to it is like. Don't get me wrong. That was just as cringe. But I think it's just like, they're very slow with what they're saying, and it's just like it's more so it's to get the reaction, right? It's not like a quick whip. That's what it's the quick whip thing. It's like, when the streamer says stuff, it's kind of like it's supposed to be said and then move along. But like with the streamer wars, right? I think a good example of this, right, is when Chris Rock was like, "Hey, G.I. Jane," or something to Jada Pickett's or Jada Smith, something like that, right? But he didn't linger. But it was Will's reaction that got people talking about it, because he was just like, "Bro, like it's just a joke, and these jokes are approved ahead of time." I don't know if these jokes were even thought of, or they just started saying it on the fly, because apparently. Like, let's just keep going.
Going forward in this video, most of the people I am about to mention are streamers or content creators of the sort, just so I don't have to keep on repeating it. But this is the Streamer Awards, an award show held by QT Cinderella, a very popular streamer where she gets together and has awards that she hands out to a lot of the streaming community for the accomplishments that they made throughout the year. And she has awards spanning from Best Battle Royale Streamer, Best Duo Streamer to Streamer of the Year, and people all across Twitch come to celebrate. Unfortunately for her, most of these events don't go off perfectly, and we have people trying their hardest to ruin it or just take the spotlight away from people who actually deserve it. We have that moment perfectly illustrated by the India Love situation that happened during the Streamer Awards.
EDG, Vanilla Mace, Gwendolyn Ortiz.
And the Streamer
Award.
who the turd calls her Wendolyn Ortiz? Not gonna lie. I feel like a lot of people just call her Wendy Ortiz. They're like, Wendolyn Ortiz. That's finna crazy. And then they had just no, that's funny. No, because I was just like, so many people know her as Wendy Ortiz. I was just like, Wendolyn Ortiz. Crazy diabolical. I know it's her government. Okay, it's her government name. Okay, so DDG is his government name too? Is that how we gonna fly with this chat? Adapt is your government name? Okay, well, that's her government name. Okay, Vanilla Mace is her government name. Okay, so we doing government names now? Okay, so the rest of these are government names then, chat? How about that? How about that, chat? Huh? Crazy work. It's like, oh, that's her government name. Just thinking, oh my goodness, these. I can't with my chat. Sheesh.
Those two, adapt. Best breakout streamer. This means so much to me, and I'm so grateful, man. Thank you guys. You guys have no idea how much you have changed my life, man.
That was the Breakout Streamer Award, an award given to somebody who has gone to new heights in streaming this year, and it wasn't as popular maybe the year before that, or just really wasn't streaming. And you saw the person that won happened to be FaZe Adapt. Congrats to Adapt, by the way. I doubt he's watching this video, but still, congrats to him. While obviously losing isn't the best feeling in the entire world, you saw that the other contestants like Wendy Ortiz, Vanilla Maze, DDG, and Rakai didn't make that big of a fuss or didn't really end up doing anything. But apparently someone that was really upset.
I didn't even see Rakai's name there. Was he even nominated? I didn't even see his name there. His name wasn't even finna there. It's a Vanilla That's a crazy name. Vanilla Mace.
The adapted one was India Love. And she decided to show everyone just how mad she was by storming the stage unannounced, unprovoked, and for no real reason to give her 2 cents to everybody that no one really asked for.
Sapphire Award, our 2023 winner, Valkyrie.
Hello. Real quick, y'all. I know Breakout Streamer of the Year went to Adapt. And congratulations, and we respect you for what you did. But Rakai should have won Breakout Streamer of the Year and DDG. I don't care what y'all say. Shout out Rakai and shout out blah, 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 blah.
Several issues here. One, India Love is not Kanye West. And before she even went and stormed that
That's
stage...
That's literally what Dom said in the chat. It's like, she is not Kanye. It was like, she is not Kanye. Yeah. That cracked me up. She is not Kanye, my dude. Oh my goodness. This honestly, people say it's not clip farming, but like it really don't feel like it. I just really feel like this was just literally used for clip farm.
She was actually interrupting an entire award show. No one invited her. QT didn't have this as a secret surprise. There was no reason for her to be going up there. She did that of her own volition, making a complete fool and idiot of herself, and probably making the people that she's so-called trying to defend being Rakai and DDG upset in the process, because no one wants to be seen as a laughingstock or as someone who's associated with a person that's going to interrupt an award show purely because the people that they liked didn't win. That doesn't make anybody in the situation look good. Yes, again, it's unfortunate to not win the award, but it's way worse to have another person who represents you go up there and try to have a Will Smith moment, all because an award wasn't given to them or given to the person they like. That's why she got...
See, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, no, I already know that. I already know the... I'm gonna let you... I already know the whole thing with that. He's like, this should have gone to... I know that whole thing. Good morning. What's up, Ronaldo? I didn't hear that. She is not Kanye. I'm sorry, the way y'all's finna call that. What's good, Sean? Hope you're having a good one. That is diabolical. Oh my god, that is diabolical, chat. But no, it's just like this whole thing is
booed off stage. Because she is not some diva or some queen that everybody was cheering for, happy to have this happen. She's just the bumbling
so
idiot
green,
that
I don't
everyone
know,
gets to
man.
point and laugh at now. And of course, we get more insight on why this happened in the first place, because there was actually someone that encouraged her to do this and talked about the aftermath when she actually came back to her seat.
Indy at the table, just me and India. She's like, I feel bad for Ricardo. I feel like I gotta say something. You're not crazy. She's like, what? You know about me. She's like, I might need another drink though. Like, your drink right there. So that happens. She goes to walk up. I'm like, oh, she's dead. Chilling. Gang, you would have thought she caught a body. Like 8-10 guards pull up. 8-10 guards pull up to the spot. Say, you have to go.
Hey, yo.
Okay. This is Playboy Max's cousin, someone who was also at the Streamer Wars.
Nah, that's crazy. You gotta go. Oh, now they taking it serious. They're like, you gotta go. You gotta go. I don't even think Will Smith was kicked out after slapping Chris Rock. They're like, you gotta go. I'm just thinking about it, like, you know how Chris Rock was just slapped, and then just like, you know what? Will Smith gets this he got to stay to get his reward. It's like, after all this time, I like to thank everyone. Nah, cause think about it. They for the Streamer Awards, they have better security than they did for when Chris Rock got slapped. Just think about that for a minute, cause that's stinking diabolical, chat. Not gonna front. That's been a diabolical.
And as you heard, was sitting next to India Love and basically encouraged her to go up there, not thinking that she would actually do it. Why you would encourage that act, I don't know. Why she actually did it, I don't know. But after doing so, as he said, she was escorted out by several guards. Probably because she just stormed the stage for no real reason, thinking that she was about to get a moment, but she had a bunch of people laughing at her because she's being...
Nah, man, that's finna...
Sub up!
Thank you for the follow, Sean. Better security... okay, I don't know. I wouldn't say that. Anywho, that's finna diabolical. What is this photo? This is a crazy. Why his tongue out like that? Been a wild. Anywho, but yeah, no. Woo. Shut down. I don't know what's about to shut down. Streamer award shit. Oh, that's the name of the title. Okay, I was like, what the third is this?
a complete idiot and a nuisance. I don't know why we can't act like we have some actual sense while at an award show. Regardless if it's the Streamer Awards, the Soccer Awards, or just the awards to win a plastic water bottle, you can understand that people have regulations and things that they want to happen a certain way, and you disrupting all of that is going to get you kicked out of the event. But obviously, India Love herself didn't see anything wrong with what she did, because when she went on her own stream, she talked about it as if she just had her own Kanye moment, and that she should basically be praised for what she had done.
Oh my goodness. Oof, dang. I like they had it censored that. They didn't censor that earlier.
Hey, you know me, I'm super.
What about me?
You know, what needed to happen. I was gonna make it happen regardless. You know what's crazy though, Daz? On my life, when I went over there to go talk to...
Who is India Love? Thank you. I don't even know who this girl is. Not gonna lie. Like, sheesh, I don't even know half of these streamers. Anywho, I didn't even know half of these streamers, man. Yo, also, this is, you know what? This is the Streamer Awards. You know what's crazy? You know darn well... Dang, Dom. You barely like a certain style. You know what's crazy though? The Streamer Awards, right? You would think everyone would just dress up casual, or how they usually dress up, like in cosplay or their usual attire. They're all dressing up all nice and stuff like that. I'm like, dang. Like, I know why. But like, you know, I just think about it. Dom's just getting his trauma dumped on him. He's like, as you should. You know, just send one bit. As you should, my dude. As you should.
Rakai, I didn't like his demeanor. Like, Rakai head was down. Rakai didn't have his light. I'm like, nah, I need to feel this. Like, I don't give a like, he just didn't have, like, Rakai's head was down. His whole, like, I didn't like that.
Now, I know I said it basically after every clip, but I think it really needs to be emphasized. She is not Kanye West. This is not the Oscars. This is an award show. Now, obviously, Rakai being one of the youngest people to be nominated for this award show, he is 17 compared to all of these 20-plus-year-olds who are over here also winning it. It's going to hit him a lot harder because he's younger doing all this. But the course of action to correct his behavior or to make him feel better isn't to go up on stage when you are not invited and tell everybody that Rakai should have actually won and that DDG got snubbed for the award, when Adapt put in just as much work as all of them. By doing this, I feel like you're trying to discredit him and all the work that he's put in.
Also, you know what's crazy? Like, I'm not even gonna say it. I can't see it. Never mind. I don't even know who Adapt is, but I can't say it right now. I was gonna say something because someone said all of a sudden you were Kai's mom, but I was like, let me not.
And genuinely, it makes you seem like a complete idiot. And it's not going to have anybody on your side. Even the people that you're trying to defend, like Rakai and DDG, are not over here championing you for actually doing this. They're getting on their streams and questioning why you did all of this. Specifically DDG, because when he talked about it afterwards, he was literally saying, yeah, I have to check up on India.
I seen what India did. I checked on her, made sure she was straight. I know a lot of y'all felt frustrated. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. Shout out to Adapt. Adapt went crazy. Everybody went crazy in their own way. You know, that's the point of a community. You feel me? It's the point of a community is being together.
Even DDG is having a better reaction to losing his award that he was nominated for, not her at the end of the...
Honestly though, like, all this streamer award stuff ain't even that big of a deal. That's the thing. It ain't even that big. Like, yo, I saw VTubers crying about the Burn Peanut getting nominated. I'm like, I don't care. I'm straight up like, I don't care. Like, was I gonna get nominated? Heck no. Does the people know about me? Heck no. Why do I even care about all this? If I think so. Listen, Dom, if you win, that means I gotta win one too. Listen, if you win, that means I gotta win one too. That's all I'm saying. Like, if I win, guess what? I gotta win too. Thinking. Nah, anywho. Anyway, let's keep on with the video.
Today than she is. And at the end of the day, yes, it's an award show.
I have a thing, but I'm not gonna say it.
Want to win. But even the people around you that you're sticking up for aren't going to be links or even having good reactions to the things that you've been doing. You can say it's PR training, but overall, I think a normal person would just see what India Love did and not want that to happen, especially if she's trying to do it representing you. We can see what the normal consensus would be from a streamer like Lacey.
It's still a very fun event. Shout out Cutie for hosting the event. India Love for ruining the event. Yeah, that's pretty much it, you know? So your first initial thought is to run up on a stage, make a scene, and discredit other people? Rakai had a huge year and he deserved to be up there and deserved to win. There's just no need for that. It was just trashy, bro. It was just trashy. It was trashy. It was like just attention-seeking trashy. This is weird.
Well, I feel like the entire India Love situation was very weird and people are going to look at her as an oddball going forward. I feel like this was something that the Streamer Awards or anybody who was helping with it could not predict. They could predict that India Love was going to run up on stage and do what she did, and they went to great lengths after she did it to stop it from happening again by kicking her out of the award show. But they definitely could predict where the jokes that were going to be made because they had to be run over by somebody.
But just think about it. Just think about it. Like, if y'all didn't know India Love, you do know her now. Because I ain't know who she was. I might have heard her name. I still don't know who she is. But if I see her, I'll be like, oh, she trying to have a Kanye moment. I'll be like, hey, it's that girl who tried to have a Kanye moment. I'd be like, hey, yo, it's the one who tried to do a Kanye at the Streamer Awards. The Streamer Awards. So, like, yeah.
somebody had to approve these things that were going to be said. And let me just tell you, most of these jokes during the Streamer Awards were interesting at best, and some of the most awkward inducing weird moments I've ever seen. And a specific one that's getting a lot of traction is the jokes that they made about Kai Cenat.
Achievements. We've got another record breaker here tonight too. Kai Cenat.
Okay. Before y'all hear some of these jokes, I need to know y'all's initial reactions when you hear this, because I started seeing people start popping off because they're like, yo, these feel very targeted. So like there's quite a few. It's just like, hey, yo, what? It was so weird. It was very weird, I'll tell you. It is very weird. I think I know TikTok had it. I don't know if they made it on a YT cringe moments from the Streamer Awards, because if they did, we would have to see them all. But oh my goodness, I was just like, maybe check if these are like okay next time or something. I don't know, because like it felt very, very definitely not really, unless you like are going for a specific audience, man. Because like, hey, yo, like let's just get on with it.
This year, as everyone knows, you broke the record for the most expensive haircut and the least educational university. So congratulations to you. Oh, and also, congrats on your new documentary with 50 Cent. That was you, right?
Now, obviously, this is an award show. Not just any award show, but an award show with content creators who make jokes on stream all the time. And some of them can tend to go a little bit too far and end up even being funny to the point of being recognized as all-time memes or places on the internet. This joke right here is not only none of that, but also not even that funny of a joke to begin with. These several ones that she made before even comparing Kai to Diddy Combs was saying that his streamer university was the least educational university in the world, and basically calling his Mafia-thon a trip to get one of the most expensive haircuts possible, which those two I guess you can put aside because they're not really that crazy. But comparing Kai to Diddy is something that a lot of people have already had issues with and find very weird, and probably even Kai himself, because while he's just trying to have fun and streaming, be compared to someone like Diddy Combs, who was in jail, locked up for a plethora of bad things, is probably not something you want on yourself. And obviously not just me having a problem with this, but other people online, and even someone who was actually at the Streamer Awards, that being Ty Lil, wanted to speak out and say something about the weird joke that fan made.
If you all gonna be on the mic, not turn this mic, not turn it.
Nah, cause I tell you, some of these jokes, in quotations, were diabolical, because I was just like, what were they trying to get? Like, what kind of reaction was they trying to get? Because mind you, a lot of people, when you stream, you can't give a reaction. And this, you see how everyone's class. You know how y'all said India Love is the Kanye, or wannabe Kanye, right? Because she gave a reaction. And you see how a lot of these people try not to give a reaction, except this dude. And it's just like, Yeah, we definitely gotta watch the compilation, man. We gotta watch the compilation, because,
If you all gonna be on the mic making jokes, at least let it be funny. If you all gonna be on the mic making jokes, at least let it be funny.
I thought it was...
Have a good night.
Now we're in the same situation as we had with India Love, a little bit different, basically the same premise though, where Tyler was out here calling out Fan, but in doing so is disrupting the entire event, causing it to go to a complete halt in order to tell her that the joke that she made wasn't funny, and even some of the previous ones, which I didn't show, were on the same level as that. Well, again, this isn't the same exact situation as India Love, where she's coming up and discrediting someone who actually won an award. I feel like it's still pretty odd to do this in the middle of the event, because at the end of the day, these are all content creators, these are all streamers, these are all people that work on the internet. They know that these clips are going out, and they will have a chance to react to it and say their opinions after the event is over. You don't need to do it during it. Even Kai showed his displeasure without actually sitting here and interrupting the event. No, I feel like he is justified calling out the weird joke that Fan made. Doing it in this fashion doesn't help anybody, it just makes everything a lot worse for everyone involved in this situation, and unfortunately allows for other streamers to call out the stuff that Tylo did as a whole, to make it seem like the jokes that were being said said weren't that serious, that this is an entire content creator event and people are being way too sensitive about what's being said. At least that's what this current streamer had to say about what happened.
Stupid. These people are stupid. These people are stupid. They can't take jokes, man. They're streamers, okay? These guys are streamers. Get out of the streaming space if you can't handle it. Oh my god. Chat roasts us every day, and these young kids can't take a goddamn joke. That is streamers should be the biggest people. I mean, we should be able to take the jokes the most because we can deal with it every day. If you can't take a joke, get the out of here, you loser. You loser. If you're gonna be crying because I called you a loser for that, get out of my face.
That's because they are comparing him to someone like Diddy Combs. I don't think people understand how crazy his rap sheet is of the terrible things that he has done. If you're comparing him to another streamer or even another big name celebrity like Kevin Hart, I doubt he would care. But you're comparing him to someone who has been committed of doing all types of heinous things. Yes, I would also be upset. Even if people on the internet are doing the same thing, who's to say he is happy about that? And Kai hasn't streamed since that situation has happened, so we don't even know if he would ban people from his chat or even allow his own community to say these things about him. It's obvious by watching the clip that it was an awkward moment. These streamers are okay.
I mean, it's one thing to take a joke, but I think it's more so because think about it, they're also streamers too. And it's just like, take a joke. Okay, so if I spit jokes right back at you, would you be able to take it, right? It's just like I don't know if anything. So I don't know what she's been compared to, right? So but let's say they all started roasting her though, like of all her past things or whatever she's known for, or some turd like that, right? And it's just like it's just like, you know, it's just like, oh well, you should know how to take a joke. It's just like, well, you know, she's probably like, she is probably given stuff to say, right? It's not like she said this stuff off the fly. It was probably rehearsed and all that stuff, which is why I said the delivery is so bad, because even with the what's it called, the roles they play is to show and clap up. So yeah, to show and clap up, but they don't have to take disrespect, I guess, right? Like okay, I got a good example, right? So let's say Dom, right? So you know how we call you like Lord Farquhar, whatever. You could be like, okay, take the joke, right? Well, what if someone just like, oh yeah, how you doing, you misogynistic pig? Like, yeah, I heard you're a woman hater. It's just like, hey, yo, what? So like, cause I tell you, some of these jokes were finna wild, and that's why I was just like, yo. So it's just like, but it's just like, you know, it's just like, hey, it's the team misogyny over there. It's just like, the turd. How do you know? That's crazy, but I'm just saying, some people just don't want to even have that type of finna rap. It's just like, yo, what? So some people finna hate that. So it's just like, what? So I don't know. It's just like you saw the way Kai sent that, or his response. So see why other felt. Yeah, well, it's just some people want to defend their homies. Like, you know, it's kind of like when you're out in public, right? When you're out in public and maybe your friend doesn't say something, but you step up for your friend because you think you're a real one. And you're just like, but sometimes it makes it worse. Sometimes it makes it finna worse. Like, I've been in situations where for him to be quiet, talk about it afterwards on. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. Like, think about it. Like, so like, I had homies be like, hey, yo, why didn't you defend me? Wait, you could defend yourself. Usually that's where it's just like, I'm just like, bro, I ain't doing that right now. That's crazy. I'm gonna try to do right now. So, I ain't dealing with a person like this. it's just like some people don't understand when to pick and choose their battles. And so it's just like, you know, like with Kai's response, his response was no response, but to give a look, right? That was more than enough for some people. Like, yeah, that's some people. Some people aren't like that though. It really all depends, right? Some people be like, "Hey, yo, why didn't you defend me?" Some people be like, "Hey, yo, like, don't defend me. I could handle myself." So I think it really all depends on a person's nature. Like, I'd be like, yeah, the face for some people is enough. Other people just like, I think it's more so it's like that the whole night the jokes were just so bad. I think Kai's was one of the later ones. And it's just like, bruh. So it's just like, cause I tell you, you guys only saw a little bit of it. You only saw Kai. It was giving a really aggressive. I really don't think it like that, and I'll tell you why. Cause the whole night was filled with that type of stuff based off of it. But again, like some people know when to just like let it be. Some people just be like, you know what, like I got enough said, right? So it's just like whatever.
People joking all the time because it's their main job and the way that they entertain people. But you can decide which jokes go too far and which jokes you don't like, how you interact with them, and how you go about doing certain things. And there were even other jokes that were being made that people felt were very questionable, directed at Hassan along with FaZe Clan.
We're right there with Rage. Rage, I had a quick question. What's your favorite color on the pride flag?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes!
Yes.
Rakai?
Why did this freeze?
Yes.
Yes!
Yes.
Rakai, question. What's the coolest thing you've ever stolen? Don't answer, it's a test, Rakai! Have you learned nothing? Don't answer it! Take his mic. What? He's learned his lesson. He's not allowed to answer that.
All right, let's keep going this way. The table!
That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's like the whole night was like that. So I think someone just got really fed up. And that's why I said I think I see what was going on, like with that person with the response. Give me a second, I need to get some water. Because it was all night. Like it wasn't just one person. It was all night, those type of jokes. So and it was just like, bro, like yeah, no. I know that was diabolical. He's just like yes. Because what kind of because that's a crazy question. I mean, like yes. That's what. Okay, so by the way, like some people find this as like microaggression, which I get, right? Because it did feel targeted. Okay, so the reason why is because yeah. Yeah. So that's why I was trying to tell you guys. It's like it's not just for one person. The reason why for Rakai was because he got banned recently, and that's why. But again, there's no context, so it feels very, very bad because it feels very targeted. And that's why I was just like, and like she just that's why I said, hey, think about it if this was all night.
Woo! Or was it misogynistic? I don't remember. Jason, Sakura, the internet's favorite couple, hi, and their short gay son, Ron.
Now again, as I said, most of these jokes are interesting and leaning toward the stage of awkward, the millisecond that everybody goes silent and realizes that none of this stuff is actually that funny, which is pretty interesting because you're in a room full of content creators whose entire job is entertaining people on the internet on a consistent basis. But at the end of the day, I can understand most of these things are supposed to be jokes. And a lot of these people that are put in these situations situations if they didn't want to be, or just gonna probably react like rage or say nothing like Rakai, or just have a face like Kai himself and try their best to just laugh it off and keep this whole thing going. But I assume a bunch of people in the crowd or even online were talking about how annoying and how bad the jokes were getting, to the point where Cutie herself had to address them.
All right, it feels like we're getting loose, we're warming up, we're having a good time, and I just want to remind you guys that everything we say tonight is a joke, okay? Especially after some of you talk to Fan.
You see what I'm saying is that the problem was no one could tell it was a joke, and that's what I'm saying. That was the problem, is that she had to address all these are jokes because it wasn't funny, and that's why I said, "Hey yo," that's why that's why I was saying this was bad. Like, people were getting upset, like, and some people couldn't hold it in. Is because the whole night it's just like, bro, and you just stuck. You're like, okay, should I just leave? Like, should I just leave at this point? Like, bro, what's up?
I know that people are gonna take moments from tonight and clip them out of context and make it look like there's drama, and that always happens, but I would never set you guys up for something like that.
Understandably, she had to address it because it's not like it's just me and Ty Lil that were getting upset. And I want y'all to know, I'm not clipping these jokes out of context. I promise you, there was no real context I could add to any of those jokes. They just randomly were walking around saying these things to people as they saw them going by. And I don't want to make it seem like there's actual hate, but there definitely was a disdain for this year's jokes and things that were being said by Fan along with Cutie, because it just was not hitting at all. And even people watching from home, like me, like you, if you were watching the Streamer Wars, had an issue with it, and along with people like Jinxie, who were calling out how apparently last year's whole segment with Sketch was way better than what we have going on with Fan and Cutie right now.
Oh my god, next!
Anyway,
next,
speaking
next,
of Streamer
next,
University, we do have alumni here tonight.
This is getting bad!
And Tota, wait, where?
I'm gonna be honest, shout out to her. She seems awesome. Sketch did way better last year, bro, and he was in and out of it. He was really Sketch did way better.
We're gonna speak on.
But shout out to her though.
Great, how are you? I'm a little drunk right now.
I actually I told Marcus a joke that I was gonna do, and he said he was gonna steal it.
I really want to show that so y'all can understand how bad these jokes really hitting. It's not just me hating, it's not just Ty Lo hating, it's not just the internet hating. People all across the world are genuinely surprised of how bad this performance was when it came to these jokes. Again, being outright weird and awkward at times, to at bare minimum pretty interesting, and at the very lowest bar of what you could actually even call what a joke is. Outside of that though, along with the whole India situation, the Streamer Awards actually wasn't that bad.
I think
Not
so.
only is that one definitely deserved it because of how much hard work they have been putting in throughout this entire year. And Cutie Cinderella, surprisingly, with all the technical difficulties and even some of the stuff I just showed y'all here that went down, it was actually still a pretty good award show, and I'm happy that it turned out as well as it possibly could. I don't want to make this video to hate on the Streamer Awards or to hate on Cutie Cinderella, but obviously I'm gonna talk about the drama that happens, and that will come with a bit of hate for certain things that happen at the award show. But overall, it was actually a pretty nice event, and if you missed out on it, definitely go look up the clip so you can see some more interesting moments from said award show. But at the end of the day, that is just how I feel. You want to tell me you?
Oh my goodness. So yeah, I think we need to see all the clips, the cringe clips, chat. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below.